Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Finally, I can get an intro out.
Okay, we decided to let you.
We decided.
Fuck you. Fuck you too, buddy.
Damn it, Rosa.
So Rosa and that slide. Oh,
Was that just his last thing
brother.
before leaving?
Apparently.
apparently so.
Well,
Where do we want to tie it, I
fantastic.
guess?
Anyway, more rogue plot.
Yeah.
And hopefully main plot as well.
Hopefully. No promises.
True.
Also, for everyone in the room, be very glad we're not recording part 5 tonight, because that shit's an hour and a half.
Why?
I'd record it.
Because I forgot just how much cutscene there was for the end of the starting area.
God.
True.
And I wanted to get the starting area fucking done.
I think I might skip that part.
I'll probably record it when everyone's more awake.
And not like mentally exhausted from naps.
Yeah, deciding to do this on map night probably wasn't the best of ideas.
I was
I mean,
riding
like,
high of getting floor 7 on my own map.
This map night was being the first maps of the year. This was one of our most successful.
Or smash cuts.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of expensive stuff up.
So how was everyone's day?
And then I got shot in the face by a midget.
Got my voice back mostly.
Oh yeah, because An went crazy drunk on New Year's.
I partied.
Partied hard.
Lost my voice for 2 days, and it's just come back. And it was a nice New Year's party.
Someone bitching about how cooking just plain cannot be sped up. Also, what the hell is a Mamul Jaw doing here?
I don't know.
That person has always confused me. I love how I hide right in front of this person and they still speak as if I'm not there.
Yeah.
It's like I can
Let's
still see
turn invisible or
you.
something.
It's like I know you're there.
I think he's just used to ninjas being invisible around him.
He certainly got used to it when it first came out. It's like, oh god, there's 100 people here, but I can't see any of them.
Yeah, and over time.
I just want to point out that there was no one selling this bracelet on the market for 2,000 gil.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought you did 2 get.
Nah. But I bought it and I'm going to resell it for like 9k.
Not as great as Bunny's way of marketing. She buys stuff from vendors and then sells them for ridiculously high prices.
Ah, yes, the
It
idiot
works because
tax.
convenience.
One of the best ways to make
Yeah.
money. I just went to the various city-states one time and bought a whole bunch of the weathered level 1 weapons and sold them on the market board. Made a
Yeah.
decent chunk of money off of it because people are stupid.
Why would you even buy that?
Reasons.
Because as I told Roy in chat,
Like the one reason I can think of off the top of my head is because you're doing a basic bitch cosplay.
Yeah.
Also, random question, but why can't we swim in Limsa?
Because that means they have to code it in.
They
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 never
haven't
coded,
programmed it yet.
they coded it in for the housing areas. Why can't we swim in other places where it makes fucking sense in a realm reborn in Heaven's Word?
They
Because then the
just
people
haven't.
want to fly in there too.
The difference
I mean, by
between
that same
swimming and
logic,
flying is,
why?
the difference
Uh,
between swimming and flying is that you don't need to be able to fly in order to swim on the surface.
Well, it
I love
makes
that
swimming
face.
cost little soul.
flying would be far more like it'd make going around Limsa a lot better.
Well, the other thing is that it's still a city-state at the end of the day, and we can't ever fly in those. Mostly because we can't ride a mountain here.
This ain't my World of Warcraft.
Eh. Dead.
Joe Daddy's. Oh, that's right. You had this. Oh, it's Sally. Oh no, now he's
What?
killing.
I can like barely hear you right now, man.
I just said killing people.
Yes, I know I'm killing a lot of people. And now I'm stealthily sneaking past them all with this really much more dramatic music than necessary playing in the background.
If it's not Metal Gear music, I don't want to hear it.
The theme from Terra.
Hey, you, take this. If I remember correctly, I think I end this video off with, like, doing the level 15 Marauder quest.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of the early stuff.
It's certainly been a while since I've actually bothered to pay attention during a Reborn.
Yeah.
Heck, I haven't even gotten my all through Stormblood yet. I've just been so focused on my main character.
Dude, I haven't actually used 4chan in a while.
You haven't done what?
I haven't used 4chan for my alt.
Well, I imagine you haven't used the website much on all the either.
Nope. Oh, I know. Oh, I never use 4chan. I just know Ponzi.
Yeah, I refuse to go on 4chan.
Same.
I said the only person I know that frequents 4chan is Ponzi and Reddit.
I don't use Reddit often. Occasionally
I
I'll
use
go
a
there
lot.
if there happens to be something actually semi-useful on it, but I try to avoid the shit.
It's thanks to Reddit that I was able to anima weapon grenade.
Yeah, that's one of the things, like translations of Japanese interviews as well.
Yeah, that too. Oh, look.
Jackson mess. Honestly, my first time going through this, I thought he died right there. Like, oh
That was
shit,
fun.
we kill over sandwiches in this guild apparently. For the record, he'll make that line about the night even if it's daytime.
Yeah,
Yes, before they would automatically alter cutscene.
Yeah.
I
Also,
think my favorite instance of that is astrology.
yeah. Fuck. By the way, fuck the person that was just on screen. I really don't like them, but we'll find out why. I think next part.
With cliffhanger.
It's mostly that she's just a bitch, a really stupid bitch. Why am I checking these? I don't care. Now for more faffing about, or at least cut out faffing about.
Yeah, stop trying to undercut me. I just want to sell it.
At least you guys have other shit to do. I need to keep this video sitting here so you guys can watch it.
Yeah. One. So.
I imagine we'll have more to talk about later on in the game when we can actually get it more in depth on things.
That cut though.
Basically. That
Because getting
at
into that
least
shit
with
now, it's
Sasha.
just getting into that kind of shit now. It's just confusing and unnecessary.
Hmm. Or at least we can complain about Sastasha when we do it.
Unless I can get a tank or a healer for that, I'm probably gonna go Marauder.
Do you want me to
idea.
come with you?
Anyone's free to join for that episode. So
I mean, I can tank for it, I guess.
I can roll up as any tank.
I love how he says his axe may as well have been a white flag. You're using a botanist axe, of course it's a white flag. Also, for the record, in case I haven't mentioned it yet already, I'm not touching crafting and gathering in this playthrough, unless I really want to do the Moogles and the Nixall.
I want to show them off.
And if I do the Moogles and Nixall, I'll probably do something that's easy to lev kit to 50.
So not. It's called culinarian.
Yeah, not culinarian, not armorer, because that involves making a thing to make another thing that's actually required.
Or
for
leather
lev.
worker. Botanist is probably the easiest. Not botanist. Carpenter.
Maybe goldsmith. Maybe. Depends on what's actually needed for it. Oh, hello, masked man from the intro cutscene. Question. At least they think it's the same person.
Well, Mask Man, we see it anytime in this.
And now for this incredibly easy fucking golem. Like,
Yeah.
really, really, really easy.
Yeah, they make it look menacing, but it's a joke.
It's not. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it is.
even automatically aggro onto you. You have to smack it first.
Golem.
I'm fairly certain your natural health regen is regenerating more than he does to you at the moment.
Mhm.
Are you strong enough to withstand this? No, that's why I dodged the incredibly blatantly obvious attack.
It's almost like it was telegraphed.
Even someone without the echo would be able to dodge this shit.
And yeah, people with the echo still ignore it anyway.
Yep.
Be surprised if anyone needs the echo.
Looking at you, O1S.
Well, technically speaking, the echo is one of those. The echo is their in-game explanation for why we can see the giant orange markers on the ground, and people still ignore it.
Hmm.
You, sir, are a dumbass. That was not hard in the slightest.
Might have been tough for him.
May as well have been a fucking boulder.
I'm fairly certain the actual boulders put up a bigger fight than him.
As someone that played the Marauder quest line, can confirm.
And
I'm going through it too, you dope.
And I'm just saying, like, having to, like, jump that boulder,
Oh god, more tripping.
tripping on shrooms.
good stuff.
Look past that shit, right?
And now we get a slight bit of backstory on Ishtola. Mostly what she was doing before the calamity happened.
Yeah.
At least a little bit of it, anyway. But yeah, the Echo is also their flashback machine. They use the Echo for a lot of shit.
It's basically, hey, hold my plot.
It's like, hey,
Well,
plot's happening, time to involve something.
Actually, it's basically the plot X context.
Yeah. Hi, Dalamode. How are you today?
Doing fine. Just about to destroy your
That
world.
thing's still a dragon. Gonna doom and destruction.
Yeah.
He's just taking a nice power nap.
We'll be doing something about this. Well, the ramifications of this thing falling a little bit later. And by a little bit, I mean a lot later.
A lot
Like
later.
good 40s level later.
The fact that this storyline doesn't get resolved until a raid.
It's stupid, yeah. Still not sure if I want to try and get through that synced or not. I'm definitely doing it. I'm definitely doing Heaven's Words raid synced though, because I'm only doing normal mode on that, and it's piss easy.
Yeah.
I might do minimum item level because it is still normal mode and therefore piss easy as long as we pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Are we doing the Savage for that?
No. Savage is something that if I would decide to upload any of it, it will be a recording of the actual raid group shenanigans. And even then, I fully expect Andrew to do something about that before I do. Apparently, this world has Bluetooth devices. I don't know how that works.
Get
Like I
link
said,
pearls.
avoid.
They're an actual thing in universe.
I know. I'm just saying I have no idea how the fuck something like a link pearl can really work in a medieval setting.
Magic.
Magic.
That's pretty much how a lot of fantasy.
I like to
magic.
ignore the magic. I like to ignore the magic explanation, even if Yoshi P himself will say that it's fucking magic.
Because it is magic.
It runs off Aether.
Believe in the magic, Telly.
That was one of my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
Magic that
answers.
believes in you.
That was one of my favorite answers from an interview. Someone asked him, how the hell do the organic mounts breathe underwater? And his first response is just, magic.
Magic. that are I think one of my favorite explanations of anything. Someone asking about the design of Jet. But they were asking the designer, and they're like, "Why is he designed like that? But why is the cockpit where it is?" It's like, it's a cockpit. Because if you've
Why
ever
is
looked
the
up a design
dueling
of a
square a
robot,
circle? Why is the dueling circle a square?
it's the same thing with Pokemon XD Gala Darkness, only reversed. It's a dueling square, but it's the shape of a circle.
No, this is a dueling circle in the shape of a square. It's completely different.
I don't know.
One of the things about Yoshi P I do really like is how you can tell he's actually serious about something when he starts speaking English.
Or at least when he wants, or at least when he cares about his audience, his English audience.
No, it's not even that. He'll always have a translator because he's actually not confident in his English, even though it's decent. It's probably better than most actual English speakers.
Which is saying something.
Says a lot.
Our language is confusing.
But yeah, when Yoshi P starts speaking English in regards to something, you know he actually gives a shit about it.
That smile he has when he was introducing Ultimate Coils. Probably one of the best things ever. It's like, you guys wanted this, so now I'm giving it to you.
I'm fairly certain one of the things he said in regards to Ultimate was, there's no bitching about how hard it is allowed because you fucking asked for this.
Yeah, you wanted harder than normal. You wanted harder than hard content.
If I hear any bitching about how hard it is, then I am going to smack a bitch.
That bitch being the original developer of.
No, I think he'll just smack a random plushie.
He
'Cause
did
the
actually.
original
I remember
the developers did
Plushie
exactly
team.
what they were
He
asked,
had-
and more smash cuts.
Oh yeah.
We're not quite done with the starting area yet, but we're a good chunk of the way through.
Yeah.
And now we've unlocked quite a few things, actually. For one, as Baderon is mentioning, in-rooms, which really only exist to give you access to certain functions that most FCs have already.
Yeah.
Like the aesthetician, for one.
Shit.
Although I do kind of wish we got access to some of the stuff you can do in there, like the ability to log out by sleeping in a bed. Mostly because I just think the animation for it looks rather nice. And we also have access to guild levs, which are basically you do a semi-instance mission that's on the overworld, and when you finish it, you get guild and experience and stuff like that.
Yeah. Based on, it's recommended to do a guild based on level.
Yeah. Guild lives are most useful for gatherers and crafters. For battle classes, you have so many different ways to level that guild lives just kind of fall behind.
It would have been really nice to unmute myself before I started commenting on guild levs.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have.
Yeah, but as I was trying to say, levs are really nice for those spots where it's like, I don't have enough experience to warrant going into a dungeon.
Usually
They're
I do.
especially helpful on EU servers.
Usually I try and do a try roulette or something like that for that, but
So does anyone want to do anything after this recording, or?
I'm probably gonna get some food.
Off the bed, board.
Sally?
I said I'm probably gonna get some food.
Is that a no?
Yeah.
Maybe? It's a maybe. That's honestly the best answer I can give right now. And more jump cuts.
Or jump.
I need you to handle this like a Sith, Sally. I need you to deal in absolutes.
Do or don't do. There is no try.
Funny thing is, all things considered, if I actually were a Force user, I'd probably be on the side of the Sith, because the Jedi just... The inner peace thing never really worked out for me. Like, ever. That and the idea of being able to shoot lightning out of my fingertips is a bit too tantalizing.
You have to worry about being corrupted by evil.
I'm fine with that.
True.
I more viewed that as, like, the dark side can be used by anyone, it just so happens to mostly be used by assholes. Much in the same
Evil
vein as,
people.
like, black magic and stuff in this game. Small amount of faffing about
God,
the
this
Fate.
is shotgun. Music shotgun.
Did you jump cut a fate?
Yeah, I showed one
Alright.
a couple of parts ago, so I didn't feel the need to show it again. Murder the wolf because they would have aggroed onto me anyway.
There is always a... Murder is always...
Yes, yes it is. Ah. Technically speaking, you don't need to murder these things, but I do it anyway because experience.
Experience is always the best.
Plus, thanks to being on a preferred server, even though I still really don't feel like Diabol has needed that, along with a few EXP items that I have, I can actually get a decent amount of experience off of just smacking enemies in the face.
Impressive.
Like earlier on, when we had the Helm of Light equipped, we were getting like 400 times experience. Or not 400, 400%. Hi, Zarosa.
My internet went out.
Ah. Perfect timing on that slide whistle, by the way, apparently.
Thank you.
Right as you dropped, too.
Anyway, moving right along, we are now in a different section of Ladocia than we've been in for the past few parts.
Lagas.
And I'm fairly certain in between part 4 and part 5 I do a lot of faffing about with the friggin' hunt log. Oh yeah, talk to these talk to the chocobo porters. They're a nice way to lazily get around the place before you get teleport points.
Yeah.
Or get to places that don't even have teleport points, because that's a great thing, right?
Right.
Well, look at you, Vesper Bay.
Yeah.
Then what about the areas in the game that are don't have teleport points and don't have teleporters?
And you're fucked.
Those are what mounts are for.
What for those MMO purists that don't want mounts?
They're idiots. Oh god, we're getting into the harness gear. Thankfully, I won't be using it long. If at all, actually, now that I think about it. But for now, I'm doing a Lev quest. Because I need to show at least one of them off, goddammit.
Yeah.
And they exist.
But you've got a various set of different objectives that a Lev quest can be for. Like in this one's case, you're just beating up one particular mook.
Beating up one.
Just something
And,
we have to like gloves. As we just have to.
Some of them you gotta ask for the target.
As mentioned earlier, Levs are much more useful for leveling gatherers and crafters than they are for battle classes because you just have so many better options for battle. In fact, for gatherers, I would honestly say it's the only easy way to level them. I specify easy because there's technically one that gives more experience than Levs for 50 to 60, but that's not easy.
Yeah, you 70.
For 60 to 70, I did Levs for and not collectibles.
I know, but it's still there.
Eh. Honestly, for my minor, I think I'm just gonna lev it all the way to 70 from 50 because collectibles are that much of a pain in the ass for me.
Collectibles are.
Gotta love how these wild jackals are just completely ignoring me
Yeah, man.
after
They're
some
sure
hunt
wild
log pathing.
Don't you know wild jackals are friendly?
And listen, I know you and Roy live far apart. That's no reason to do that.
What?
Just that fapping sounds like something else.
I know. I don't care. Oh yeah, I don't even pick up the harness gear. I just pick up the money.
All you need is money.
The reason why I keep calling it harness gear is because honestly it looks like something out of a BDSM session.
It kinda is.
You got a point.
Anyway, now I remember what I did. I do the level 50 Marauder quest to get Tomahawk, do the Smith stuff in between parts because that shit's boring. I do recommend you do it for the gear and one particular item, but it's boring as shit to go through, so I just do it off screen. And it's it's incredibly basic tutorial stuff of like dodge, hit the thing your tank is hitting, stuff like that.
So that should be obvious, but is
For some reason. Yeah, and then next part we'll do the level 15 rogue quest because I'm also level 15 on that. And there are 2 level 15 rogue quests, which means it takes quite a while to get through them. And when I'm on a class quest, I focus entirely on the class quest, so that meteor symbol on my minimap is going to get kind of annoying for people, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Speaking of class quests, I think I still need to get... I think I'm very close to getting Monk to 68, and I need to remember where the class quest for that was.
Hey, it almost like there's someone that might run dungeons with you that's a healer.
The fuck? What are you
Sarge?
doing, Sarge?
It's almost like there's someone that's leveling as healer. That's at 67.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do that after I get some food.
Because I'm running late scenario roulette.
Also, for some reason, they decide to sick something that's higher level than you on you in this. I don't know why.
For challenge?
I guess.
News?
Well, that happened.
It must have just happened.
I was mostly commenting on my massive burp. Also, welcome to a section of Middle Enosia you're probably only going to visit this one time and never again. More boulders.
Yeah. Beat the crap out of that boulder.
You don't need to berserk there, I just did it because I could.
This is
Never
fun.
do any. It's always just fun to do it.
More instant transmissions. Okay, if Marauders are so strong that the sound of them breaking a boulder can reach Limsa, then why do we have animal problems?
Because you're just super swole.
Because you're not a warrior, you're a marauder.
I said Marauder. And completely ignoring that gear because it will be replaced by something much better. And yay, Tomahawk, we now have a ranged attack.
Out.
I'll go more in depth on how important this actually is later. Also, make
Would
sure
you
you talk to
believe
this
me?
person and do the shit they have for you.
Would you believe me if I said as much as I love Warrior now, I didn't actually get Tomahawk till I was level 28?
Fucking batty.
We'll have words later, but anyway, that's the end of that part. And on the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, we have a massive beefer because I wanted to fucking get shit done. Anyway, see
I want to
you
get the
then.
dungeons when I'm bored.
See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful